And great, it failed to actually connect. Let me see here. What can I do to fix that issue? iPhone AR kit. AR kit tracking, iFacial mocap 1. There we go. That's much better. For some reason, it forgets every single time. And yes, I am now playing the Moogle meetup music because that's where we're doing the second playthrough. And as we are standing right here, and there, okay, that's actually quicker. Good. I'm gonna go ahead and reset my tracking real quick because I feel like I was staring off into space. Anyway, I should also switch over my music player over here to be this one. As we're going to invoke the wrath of the Titan, Minfilia is waiting to brief you and your fellow Scions on a new development. I keep forgetting just how frickin' tall he is.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Oh, really?
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
Oh.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan.
Titan, of course.
Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Ah, yes.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, 2 primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvip hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup, and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
And so we need to beat them up again.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
You know what?
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
True.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No one would think you a coward were you to decline.
So you will accept?
Hey.
Thank you.
We can't very well send him to Limsa Lominsa without Y'shtola, can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Y'shtola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies, tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be.
Ah, for a mercy,
You'll be
they don't
apprised
speak
of the
this time.
tactical situation when you reach the sailor's ward. Provision yourself for the journey.
May you walk in the light of the crystal. Never mind, my phone won't stick. So we need to go to Limsa. Actually, hold that thought. I am gonna go through the mist. It's, I think, the cheaper route right now. Look, there's our there's Moogle Corp HQ. Kupo 26-3. Let's see the inside of our estate hall. Roland berry cake. Oh, the cursed Lala chair. A bed? And of course another chair. I don't know why it's there. What additional chambers do we even have at this point? Oh, right now we only have Alpickle. Got it. I'll need to reach level 50 first, and I would need to attain the rank of second lieutenant in the Maelstrom. And I'll need to go to Mist South. There's a private. To Limsa, please. Cheap. It's the cheaper route. Look at all those people. I'll go to the personnel officer. Damn it, points. I'll do the quartermaster real quick. Good to see you, Private Kasanui. I already know this, so I need to go to Trachtoum. Who is gonna spin us a yarn? Who is to spin us a yarn? Down to Bulwark Hall, please. Bulwark Hall, if you please. And I'll take... Actually, no, I will just walk. Whoops, I went the wrong way. Go, my Google wall. Go to the Lafagran. Go through the Lafagran checkpoint. Where's the music? I'll just turn this on again, I guess. This Trachtoum fellow. This Trachtoum fellow. Who might he be? Y'shtola. The Company of Heroes is the most celebrated mercenary band in the history of Eorzea. Even so, I must admit I've never met one of their members face to face. I imagined a warrior who would topple both Titan and Leviathan would seek to bask in a lifetime of fame and glory. Yet it seems to have settled in a place distinctly bereft of adoring crowds. Lay down your burden, son, come trade that pint with me. We'll have a grand old time, find your last for free. You're gonna say something, adventurer? Keep staring. You wanna know about the Company of Heroes? Mr. Trachtoum. Yeah, it's gonna... Ah! Destroy the rat's nest. Who do you think I am? And down he goes. Now, Mr. Trachtoum. So the beasties are dead, are they? Nice work, Ventura. Save me the hassle of... Ah, never mind. Oh, I get some dies. Those get a change next time. During the next patch. Trachtoum, hungry goobos. Still worse, I'll take the silver. What, you're still asking how I beat Titus? I don't know, Ventura. It was a pretty risky strategy. Can't only a Ventura of 10 score battles could rely upon one to teach you. I truly do, unless you proved it. I would take to face the fat bastard. Had a good conscience tell you a damn thing. Or at least you became able to say a goobo. Hell's this man? You again? Then that goober that was harassing the millers is dead. Didn't figure out it in your Ventura. Still, you took forever and a day to get the job done. I'm still unsure if I should tell his secrets. Forever and a day? That was like 5 minutes. That was like 5 minutes tops. I'm just saying, I just don't know if he got well. It takes to face. Maybe he slew it. Trachtoum, you in there drinking again? If you are, that goober would better be dead. Oh, dead, Chief, you have me word on it. Cleave the beast's skull in two with me trusty axe I did. Is that a fact? And what will your friends say here if I ask him? They'll vouch for me, of course. Is that right, friend? Tell me true. Was it Trachtoum who slayed that goober, or was it you? You say it's me, Trachtoum, the finest axeman ever to serve in. Titus, so primal you fought in a drink-sodden dream. The company here slew Titan, you bloody half-wit. You know what to call him. I tell you, Lord, it's a hogging shite I've ever heard. Both of you, outside. We'll learn the truth the Minson way. Trachtoum, even if you didn't slay a goober, you may consider your contract revoked. I think you're screwed. I think your lies have been exposed, Trachtoum. Company of Heroes... Yeah. The working men recognize what I am, drinking in their chief's nose cheek, thinking at the back door, nobody will ever know. Ah, the Grey Fleet Miller. It's time for a solo duty. No. Feeling a bit stiff by any chance? Nope. The hell's with this? Me arms! Me bleeding arms! Alright, I'll admit I lied about being in the company of heroes. But I'm begging you, Chief, please don't dismiss me. I learned my lesson, honest I have. Save your brother and Trachtoum. Gods, I should have known. Mercy, please, I didn't want to deceive you, I swear. It's just that I kept getting turned away by all the folk I asked for work, and I panicked. See, the last job I had was at Costa del Sol, and there was this grizzled marauder everyone treated like royalty. I heard he was captain in the company of heroes. Was a captain in the company of heroes. I finally understood why. I wasn't being serious when I said I was one of them. Like you wouldn't believe me, so I, Look, his name was Wizkid, alright, Wizkid. Right, I'll tell you how to defeat Titus, whatever the heck that thing's name is. But you wanted it? Come on, Dad, tell the chief to forgive me, it's only fair. Do I get a dialogue option? No. Because dishonesty is a good way to get in Shiun's bad books. If you end up being a right dishonest bastard, you get to. Look, I was willing to give him a right ass kicking if the moment he turned his weapons on me. Don't even think about trying to kill me. That's cheating, he said. And yet, he did try that on me. I saw him. He pointed attacks at me multiple times. Pardon? You wish to slay the Lord of Crags? We must slay him, Captain. The people of Limsa are depending upon us. You fancy yourselves heroes then, just like in the tales. Be not so quick to judge. Long have I labored in the well-being of you and yours, and my associate here has bathed in Ifrit's hellfire and lived. He's blessed with the power that protects him from primal influence. Was he able to lay low the Lord of the Inferno? We know full well the risks, and have taken every possible precaution. We lack only the knowledge of how to enter Titan's lair. Pray be so good as to grant us the boon of your wisdom, and we shall be on our way. A man who can't be tempered. Useful, but it will not be enough. It's true that a company of heroes fought and felled primals. Each victory was bought with the lifeblood of brave men and women. And Titan was the worst we faced. Aye, we defeated him, but in the end, he took from us some of our very best. Even if you possess the power you claim, you have no reason to believe you will I have no reason to believe you will succeed. Believe what you will, we mean to try. Though our lives be forfeit, we will not abandon Limsa to the wrath of Titan. You are passionate, I'll grant you that. And you deserve better than the greeting I gave you. But I will not send you into Ogomoro on a whim. To be plain, I do not wish to see you give your lives in vain. At the very least, I must have assurance that you are more than common adventurers. I oversee security for Master Gigaruju's estates. Perhaps you can demonstrate your abilities by attending one of our Gods, man, have you heard nothing I have said? We have not the time to perform trivial tasks. The enemy is at the gates. Do you imagine words can sway me, girl? If you believe if you dislike my conditions, then you're welcome to find your own way into Ogomoro. Though it pains me to admit it, I fear we have no choice but to acquiesce to the man's demands. Yet much remains to be done if we are the best Titan. Forgive me, but I must ask you to undertake this task alone. I will use the time to see to the remaining preparations. Leaving the dirty work to others, are we? Very well. Pray do whatever the good captain bids, however trifling. Remember, the fate of Limsa hangs in the balance. Next that. Master Gagaruja's requests can be more demanding than you realize. Before I set you to your true task, I would like to verify that this won't be a waste of my time. The Nyx has recently been seen prowling the beach to the east. As you can imagine, the master does not want large, slimy creatures anywhere near his lands. The beast is cunning, but you should have no difficulty luring it out with herring. Slay the Nyx and return to me. And don't forget to bring me a leg as proof of the kill. Yeah. No, that is... I dealt with the Nyx, and here is its... I have dealt with the Nyx, and here is its leg. Lest you think me overly cautious for testing you in this way, you should know that we had an incident not long ago. Landanel, Camp Tranquil. Okay. I know where that is. Trial by Turtle. I'm gonna go and just rush through this because Well, I am kind of behind on MSQ progression. And now I get to pick up the egg. I hope Ryo Senna didn't see that, because that is... Well... That might upset the elementals. What I just did might have upset the elementals. Huh. I have found the egg. I'm putting together an omelette. Well, noon has already been handled. Look, luckily I already went to Forgotten Springs. And where's the old saucer? Surely you could see it from here if it's on this map. State your business, adventurer. So this is the one Wizkid sends me. I haven't the foggiest what he's seizing you, and until I do, you will receive no aid from me. The perfect prey. That's better. Persistent bugger. Very well, let's have a look at you. You've seen your share of battle, then. There's no mistaking that. And you did manage to obtain that adamantoise egg. However, that was not more than a display of brute force and blind courage. The Noon I once fought also believed that his strength would save him. He was wrong, and now I am Noon. Many years ago, I joined a company of heroes to hone my skills. I need to lure out an Amalja veteran. Hunting log, please. Oh, I actually need to... That one's Halatali, that's Eastern Fernland. Polyg's arm. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now tell me, adventurer, is our whole nemesis dead? Here it is. There's a fine necklace, as befits a veteran of countless battles. It will make an excellent trophy. The spear belonged to one of his brothers. I knew when he spied it from afar, he would be unable to resist venturing outside the encampment to see it for himself. Did you discern my intent, or was it dumb luck, I wonder? Either way, you impress me, adventurer. I shall tell you of the ingredients you seek. I will take the jacket. This is a sanctuary, so I can immediately switch this back in. When the worm turns, Lord Noon finally willing to tell you of the ingredients you seek. A shame we did not meet while I was still with the company of heroes. You would have made for a fine recruit. But no dwelling on what cannot be. We have a Welwick worm to hunt. Sandworms slither brazenly across the desert dunes, but Welwick worms are far fewer in number. Rarity breeds them on, and so their meat is highly prized as a delicacy. The only way to catch your quarry is to entice it with something it cannot resist. These worms prey on the smaller creatures of the Segoli. A freshly slaughtered angler carcass would be my choice of bait. There's an area teeming with anglers to the east. I will mark it upon your map, along with a location where Welwick worms are most frequently sighted. Be warned, the blood will drive the worm into a feeding frenzy. If your skills are lacking, it will devour you as well. I know where those anglers are. I know what he's looking for. I've done it before, and I will do it again. A prickly bunch, aren't they? A rotting angler. Down he goes. You look well. Have you caught your quarry then? Your skills as a hunter rival those of our best. I applaud your success, Shiun. The meat will need to be heavily smoked before I ship it to Wastegate. Worry not, you will have my word. He will receive it in time for the banquet. You must be eager to obtain the third ingredient. There and back again. Ooh, I'm level 48 now. Brandywine. Costa del Sol time. Well met, Shiun. And no one who had known spoke both spoke highly of you. What brings you here today? Well, I do have this onyx brandywine for you. A deep caramel-colored spirit made from distilling fine red wine. From twice distilling fine red wine and aging it in rosewood barrels for at least 30 summers. Or at least that's what I heard. It's no sake. Ah, my favorite. I shall have to thank the Nun personally. Now, you have but one ingredient left. Fortunately, you will not have to travel far to Aldenard this time to obtain it. The things we do for cheese. Truth be told, I never intended for you to collect this last ingredient. Ravelock's my old quartermaster wished to bring it to Costa del Sol herself. However, not long ago she sent word that there had been some trouble at the long stop, and that the delivery would be delayed indefinitely. She told me nothing of the incident itself, but I fear the situation may be dire. But though I would like nothing more than to eat her myself, I have no choice but to turn to you and your allies. Make haste to Hidden Falls docks and speak to Ozen Nazun. He was ready to Raincatcher Gully where brave Flox and her people have made her home. Do 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 do. Look at all those kobolds. Ozun Nazun. What's the hurry, Ventura? Eh? Something happened at the Gobi settlement? Don't know why you're so eager to help a bunch of beastmen, but go and talk to the skipper over yonder. She'll ferry you to Raincatcher Gully. Going to Raincatcher Gully. Are you coming along? 40 gil. I worry that Brave Flux is in fact all talks. Yo, no F's given one. How you doing? Oh, you were playing. What's Blood and Bacon about, anyway? Just do a stretch. Hi, I'm Michael12, also known as Connor, and I am playing Final Fantasy XIV today. Tomorrow, I'll be watching the NLS 2 race, so it's... Oh. It's simple. It's just as simple as that, huh? Anyway. You were right on time, because I was about to talk to this goblin here. Brave Flux all talks, I presume. Tongueflax always care to be reaching ears of Brave Flux. Our planner is comfort. Tasty fresh goby treats, yes? Quest prize from Uplander deep in Longstop. Flighty beast chased Gobbyflock from homes. Gobbyflock leads goodly Uplander to give safety to Longstop with much hand lending. Duty time. I'm guessing I won't have any... Wait, let me check out who in my free company is on. Oh, I'm literally the only one online. Got it. I'll need to do it solo then. Gotta love it when that happens. Yeah, yeah. I'll draw the enemy. Look at that. That's numbers. There's a Gobby here. Brave Flux's watchbox. Gobby, fucking nature! Open the gate key, open head gate! Just hit him with venomous bites and wind bites as well. Open up the head gate. Clunk. Look at that, the numbers. Oh boy, we got some more. We got some more guys. Get the hands off his back. And more guys. Look, we run his fade. And the enemies just vanish. Wait, Lonesome Horror. Check. Oh, that's pugilists. Look, the moment I see the damage numbers going low enough that I know they're gonna get knocked on their ass in the next hit. Actually, let's check Goblin Pathfinder, see if he has any dialogue. Nope. Yeah. Okay, I need to go ahead and I cannot do barrage just yet. Oh, banner says go with luck. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah! Cavalry gauntlets. Look at that, we're doing the numbers. Oh, there's a side, there's a path back here as well. Hand landing, hand landing! Many thanks, many thanks. Look at that, I'm just Adding the AO DOTs here. Adding a couple dots and then just commit to do numbers. And even more numbers. And yes, these numbers as well. A conjurer's ring. Huh. And there we have the next one. The run stop back block. I have an LB button, but I'm not pressing it yet. More fastness, more fastness! Gobby boom. Gobby boom. There we go, Gobby boom. Fire boom, over boom. Oh no. Mud stop water gush. Oh, they mean this. Battle mage's gloves. Another stuff. Another disciple of magic. The fish is about to get cooked. Yes. Look at that. I'm dealing the numbers. Well, I'm also kind of a bit tired. The Wormhound. Oh, there is a side point. There's a side thingy here. That screams Gobby encampment. Never mind, they're no longer Gobby here. Is there Gobby here? Nope, they're no longer Gobby here. Was I too slow? A peculiar light. No. Rude. A dragon. Yeah, it turns into the sky. Long stop front block is no longer sealed. Another item I cannot wear. To the long stop gut gate. Look at that. Please tell me whatever we have in the LB gauge. Oh, there's a bonus guy here. A deep jungle curl. What do you mean that fight did nothing for it? Doesn't get me any extra loot. To crush your enemies free. Look at all the LB meter's actually going up. Since I know the Marauder ain't gonna take, since I know the CPU isn't taking the LB. Oh, it's already way too heavy for Heavy to do anything. There we go. We have another. I had to use the LB. Brayflox can't think of good Outlander Gobi hand lending. Gobi Boom? There, Thunderclaw's Blood and Bile. Brayflox. Goodly Outlander has fangs of Gobbyflock. Flighty Beast was tricksy foe, but Outlander had wooded with plans making. Outlander has goodly head for fighty think. Brayflox happy gives tasty fresh Gobby treats to clever Outlander. Cheese is stinky with Gobby treat. Special make with secret Gobby arts. No party complete with a Gobby Gouda, Brayflox say. Ever say? Gobby cheese. Goblin cheese. The pungent odor of this hard yellow cheese veined with blue-green mold is most comparable to the warm, damp boot of a zombie after stepping in ripe chocobo dung. Goblins claim it is a delicacy, but then again, they have their masks to filter out the aroma. Disgusting. Oh, wait, I just realized. We got cheese, we got the cheese, we got the meats, we got the... All we need is the wine. I gather you solved Brayfox's little problem. One moment, let me just do a stretch. By God, that unholy stench. This is definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How it's made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. Banned. What do you mean you forgot the wine? Oh. Bravo, Shiun. Thanks to you, our guest shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know just the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order slip. He'll take care of the rest. And if you're wondering, it's merely a ploy to test your patience. I assure you, I do actually need that wine. While you're dead, give Shamani Lomani my regards. Wineport. And we have ads coming in 10 seconds. I will hold my horses while the ads are ongoing. That's a blue. There we have the ads running. So we now take a short break. There we go. And we're back from the ads. So. This is Shamani Lamani. Sweat, grime, and blood. Aye, Eureka blood. An adventurer, unless I'm mistaken. What brings you to Wineblood? What brings you to Wineport? An order. Let me guess. A request for the finest vintage I can muster. Paper smells of loam perfume. Costa del Sol, and also unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Gigaruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Driftwood and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. Ah, but perhaps you are confused. The display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses his vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways. But you've no interest in my affairs. You wish only to discuss the wine, I suspect. An offer you can refuse. Life can be so so delightfully unpredictable. I've always had a passion for wine. But it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. Hey, it wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. Ah, but you grow impatient, and Wizkid must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintages in town are hoarded by Bergland, who owns and operates the largest winery in Vilbrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, we must needs beg his assistance. What rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal is too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of his polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. Did Neophyte Vidna bid you speak to me? Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gubu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. I take it he said no. Really, in those words? Well, I cannot say I'm surprised. But there's no denying his passion and skill. The wine baron of Limsa is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. It won't work. Shamani Lomani has another bright idea. There is a chance, however small, that another resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that their grapes are of poor quality. Only that we have known better. Long ago, the vignerons of Wineport crossbred several species, and produced a grape-bearing vine of never-before-seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages which surpassed all others. This includes the most aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. Aye, the legendary Bacchus wines were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm, you see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I had tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh. I was one with all creation. But as all too often says, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. What little remains is closely guarded by its owners, for it can no longer be made. If we cannot convince Bergland to part with his wines, our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vignerons tending to the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. Grapes? Where's the grapes? There's the grapes. And look at that, they are mighty square. Durium Fallurium. Durium Fallurium. Bacchus wine? Ah, don't remind me, I used to have a cellar filled with the stuff. Thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up my goddamned house. Do I have Bacchus wine? I wish! Never had a chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. I don't know about you, but that no entry sign wasn't going to stop me anyway. No luck? Most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus one would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude would be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan blinded me in our battle beneath Hokomoro, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized I just heard someone again. Ba 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 ba. The jungle kill. Give a man a drink. Hey, look, it's another Gooble. What do you want? Wine. That's for this. Who sent you? Hi, hi. I think there's bots around here under the floor. Okay, I'll need to find the one. Ah, there it is. Palm wine. I'm glad there's no PvP because 2 wine ports again. There we go. Next job quest, and I'm level 50. It was a very good year. There we go. Dressed. A Gubu near the Juggernaut. Ah! And now they're being targeted by some... There's a guy beneath the ground here. There we go. We got the back is cutting. That's right. see for yourself. Tough as my witness, it is a Bacchus grapevine. How, where did you ever find this fantastic specimen? What? Yay. You should also drop the price of Bacchus wine, then. And across the Costa del Sol. There's your Stola. Here's the wine. And I'll skip the cutscene because I heard a splodge. And there we go. We got to that point. Bounce speed in eastern Lenosha has increased. Oh no, look at me here. Oh, that would be silly. Splodge. Upper Lenosha to Bronze Lake. There we go. One moment. Oh, speak of the... Well. I know what sort I must talk with. That's the man I've been waiting to see. Greetings, mate. Might you be the one the captain said would come calling? Aye, I thought so. Pay attention now, because I had explained myself twice. Lord of Crags, it's time to fight Titan. Yep, it's unspoken, I'm skipping. There we go. I'm just gonna go ahead and run for this one quickly. Hey, we got it. What? Let me check my FC status. Nope, no one's either. Look, I'm looking for something that I can. Oh, that's an interruptible. Nope. Titan right now is invulnerable. To the last I grapple with thee. Ocean man. Uh-oh. Let me out of here. Damn it. There we go. Down he goes. Da 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 da. A titanic waste of my time. Surface. Yoshtola. There we go. Oh no. Oh no. No word will have already reached Maelstrom Command. Protocol requires that a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the mission success. The honor is rightfully yours, Shiun. Once again, I must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. I know what's gonna happen, but Shiun doesn't. So, while we make our way to the aft castle to inform the High Commander. So, First E3 and now Titan. There we go, I have it set up. Now for us, I'm gonna redeem this Gubu Sproutling, and we will return to the wake. And let's say the thing: pray return to the waking sands. Now, wait a moment. Huh? Huh? What's wrong? What was that screaming I heard? I'm not sure what's in... What? I want to know. You heard a commotion just now. What in the seven hells were they doing in there? Rustling a pace? They look like the adventurous type. Mind taking a quick look? I have a bad feeling about this. Tataru? What's it? Oh no. Wait a moment. This helmet. I have not seen one like this before. God. But Kami. Oh no. No, 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 no. Wait. No. Narachi. This one is glad. Walking one is safe. Ugh.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heavens he is safe. Louisoix, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time, it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further! We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring him forth, or you shall know no mercy.
Those monsters.
Confound it. Stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
No!
Conditions of surrender denied.
Cease at once!
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough! We leave. Bring the prisoners.
Someone tried to protect walking women manipulate from the Imperial ones. That was a bad forgive this one safe. Oh no. Take shelter at the Church of Saint Atama. Well, that is a way to... That... Is something troubling you, my son? You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. If there's anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. The wild roses are dead, father, and I know not what to do. The wild roses? I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the Scions. How could this have happened? And you are certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Garleans? Mm-hmm. Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I have known her since she was but a child. Well do I recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister Scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marquez, if you could come here for a moment. Yes, father. If you require assistance, pray speak with Marquez. He's a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain. Marquez is a survivor of the Battle of Cartano. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll upon his mind. If we had not taken him into our care, he would surely perish in the desert. Wait. That's a familiar face. And my USB device my device has just disconnected again. Good night, everybody.